Hi, e-learners! Welcome to another month of discovering and learning in ensuring student engagement in a technology-enhanced, flexible learning environment. Thank you for choosing this module. This is entitled Portable Learning Management System. This module tackles about the use, the management, and integration of Portable Learning Management System, or known as PLMS. Ultimately, we hope that you can use PLMS in your current and in your future flexible learning approach. Portable Learning Management System, or PLMS, is a kind of information system that is transferable to multiple environments and manageable to a variety of infrastructure specifications using any USB flash drive. It is designed using pedagogical principles to help teachers develop innovative teaching and learning communities. It is a module-based portable learning management system that organizes classroom information and activities even without internet connectivity. At the end of this module, participants should be able to install and download PLMS, customize your virtual classroom, and manage your classroom activities and resources. Our LMS administrator, Mr. Jade Montemayor, will assist you in achieving this skill and competencies. In PLMS, you can also administer quizzes and manage your activities like assignment, quizzes, and the like. Our TBI manager, Assistant Professor Janice Antoinette Forster, will be our lead facilitator in this lesson. Lesson 3 is about restriction, account management, and integration strategies, and it will be delivered by the program head of the Business Analytics program of the College of Business Administration in the university. This is to be delivered by Assistant Professor Larry Vincent Rehencia. This topic is an articulation of personalized learning that we discussed during Module 1. Please continue posting in the forum, and we invite all of you to respond and interact with your co-learners by posting at the forum section. Please enjoy performing your activities, knowledge check, and performance tasks. If you need more assistance, please feel free to chat us by clicking the chat button below the interface or screen of your computer. Thank you and stay safe, everyone.
Before the webinar begins, rename your Zoom name to your complete name and department and/or affiliation so that we can easily identify you. Kindly mute your microphone when not in use. Next, switch on your video if your connectivity allows you. If you have questions with regards to the presentation, there will be an open forum right after. Please type it in the chat box or use the raise hand reaction button in Zoom and unmute yourself. The session is video recorded. Recordings will be made available at the Silliman Online University Learning website. Heavenly Father, we come to you in this hour, asking for your guidance and protection to our virtual gathering today. We thank you for the gift of life, the gift of family, the gift of work, and the gift of friendship. We thank you for this great opportunity to bring us together in this session as brothers and sisters. Bless the committee, the facilitator, and the attendees of this gathering. May we continue to value and appreciate the true essence and meaning of life with the help of your grace. And as we go along to our discussion today, we humbly pray that you would deepen our understanding. Lord, enlighten us and give us wisdom every day. Forgive us for our shortcomings and remind us to always be mindful of the things we do in life. We offer our life and our decisions to you, O Lord. May this gathering today create a memorable experience and a fruitful outcome. We ask this through our Lord Jesus Christ, our Redeemer and our Savior. Amen.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to our virtual participants. So, I am Cindy Ruth Villariza, the Secretary of Soul Office, and I'm your moderator of this HighFlex session. So, I would like to greet everyone a lovely afternoon and welcome to our Module 3 Option 1 Portable Learning Management System, Lesson 1 Installing and Downloading Settings, Activities, Resources. And now, thank you for joining with us today. So before we proceed to our next slides, let me ask you, how are you feeling today? How about you, Mr. Franz? Franz, how are you feeling today? And are you ready for this session?
Yes.
Okay.
Feeling good.
Feel good. Are you excited on this lesson? How about you, Miss? Thank you, Francis. Franz, sorry. You, Miss Mia?
Tamiya.
Tamiya. Okay, I like that name. Yes. How will you express today?
I'm
Hungry. You didn't eat your lunch yet? Okay, how about our virtual participants here? Let me call someone here, or do we have a volunteer? Mr. Glenn, are you here? Eager to learn. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, so before we begin this program, first we will have Dr. Dave. Next slide, please. Dr. Dave, the director of the Seoul or Silliman Online University Learning Office, to give us the welcome message. Dr. Dave.
Okay. Good afternoon, especially to our televiewers, kita. Especially to our online participants. Good afternoon. Our live audience are basically my students, Bachelor in Library and Information Science. This afternoon is, as we all know, this is part of the of our learning journey. And for those who chose this learning journey, thank you for choosing this. We hope that at the end of the training, at the end of this afternoon, you would be able to download, install, and customize a portable learning management system. What's a portable learning management system? It is a system that, just think of a system. It's a web-based internet system where you can still access it even without internet connection. Or in a nutshell, it's just like using our soul, my soul, that you can still open it, take the exam, take the quiz even without the internet connection. So that's a simple explanation about PLMS. PLMS is a Moodle base, and originally we customized it way back 2013, and thanks to Sir Jade, he was able to update it just last year, 2 years ago. Mga 2 years ago, we updated it because there are some updates already. So I hope you will enjoy the rest of the activity, and I hope you can follow. For our online participants, if you have laptops there, it's better if you will really do the hands-on so that you can follow through. And I know there's gonna be a lot of inquiry, most probably later, when it comes to the installation part, because sometimes also it's confusing because of the transfer of files and others. Okay, so just enjoy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Dave. Okay, so let's go to our next slides. So today we will have our interesting topic to talk about Portable Learning Management System, or what you call PLMS, with the lesson of installing and downloading, setting activities and resources. Our speaker for today is Mr. Jade O. Montemayor, a faculty member and an LMS web administrator at the Office of Silliman Online University Learning. Now, without further ado, we will turn the time over to Mr. Montemayor. Let's give her applause and a virtual applause.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Cindy. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. The students, good afternoon. To our online participants, good afternoon. So basically for this afternoon, I'm pretty sure you have Sir Dave told you about the background of PLMS. So if you think of MySoul, right, for our live participants, if you think of an LMS, let's just say a MySoul, think of it as an offline MySoul. So diba you cannot access MySoul if there's no internet connection. So PLMS is basically a portable management system that is offline. You can have it through your flash drive, or you can have it in your local devices like PCs. So that will be our main objective for today. We're going to install PLMS in your local devices. We're going to customize it based on what you like to have in your PLMS, and basically talk about the resources available within the PLMS, right? So our first objective is to, how do we download the portable learning management system? Sige. There are actually two ways. There are two sites wherein you can get the PLMS we are actually using here in Silliman. So I will just be going to the first one. Let me share my screen. For the online viewer, let me share.
Share some. We don't want to share silence.
Is it shared now? Okay. So I would expect that our online viewers and our live viewers would do the same, right? So I will be doing like, how do you install, how do you download PLMS, and I would expect that you two would do the same, so that we can go ahead, and if you have questions, just feel free to ask while I'm discussing. So the first way to download PLMS is via the Our Soul website. So in your browser, just open any browser, Google Chrome or Firefox or Edge if you have, and then go to oursoul.su.edu.ph. So this will be the landing page of Our Soul. And for you to download PLMS, you just have to scroll down and you have here educational platforms, this part. So there's a download button here. Just click it. So basically what we are doing right now is we are just downloading PLMS. Okay. So from this, after clicking the downloads button, you will be given these options. These are the softwares that you can download via our Soul Downloads link. So the first system here is Portable Learning Management System. So click download PLMS. Okay. Were you able to follow? Okay. So the PLMS, and it's a zip file. Usually it will take around 3 to 5 minutes depending on your internet connectivity. So while waiting for it to download, there's also an alternative site where you can download the same PLMS instance. So for our enrolled participant in Portable Learning Management System, let me just go there. Okay. So for those who are enrolled in module learning management system, way to the same PLMS instance, you go to check here, the site of Dr. Marshall, the portable learning management link there. So downloading PLMS, these are our online participants. From the module, you just click the lesson 1, installing and managing resources. And go to the PLMS here. Okay, and yes, you can click second link PLMS here. And basically, it will lead you to site of Dr. Marshall, the link to here to download this. Right, that's the second way of the PLMS. It's the same. Are you done with your? Yeah. Just going to wait because that's what I've said. This is a workshop. Let's try to, it's being done in PLMS. So since you are just students, a glimpse of it is working at the back. So like for example, diba, you have, and basically you don't have the back end of MISO. This is your chance now to look at least what is being done of MISO at the back of the system. Yeah, let's wait for it. For our participants, I hope that also is relating right now what we are doing. So I want to download PLMS to really have a feel of how it's working from installing, basically launching into the entire system. Downloads, it's independent on your internet connectivity. If it's a faster action, then probably the download will not. So let's wait for it to finish. So do you have questions to ask about? So wala pa ba? It's in your end. Okay. Okay. Yes. 40 minutes or 1 hour. How online participants downloaded na PLMS? It's still downloading. Let me check. For those who are trying to download PLMS, can you give me a virtual? Nobody's giving me a virtual. Does it mean that downloading PLMS in the online participant? Yeah. Number of minutes? Wala, sir, bro. 2 days. Minutes. Sige. So, sige lang, I walk you through on, like for example, how system after downloading. Just leave it there. Just leave your PC. How the system down, the software basically go back and try to right. So think once you're done downloading the system, what's next? So it's like when you download it, it's a file. So we'll just go. So here, if you'll notice, it's a zip file, right? This is the file that from our Soul website. So it's a _PLMS, the file name of the song. So the next thing that is that we will not run, will not save it directory. So in your PC, we have drives, right? We have drives. Usually, what are the most common in our PC? We have drive C, we have drive D. Usually, those are present in our using Windows PC, right? LMS, this where will not work if you will not install it directly. So what we're going to do, we are going to, if for example you're done file, you can copy the go to your drive. I would suggest that we will be using D because for some reason there are inconsistencies in using D, right? Drive D. So it's folder, you file and for it in drive D. Okay, so like in my case, this from the downloads folder. What's next? Use it now with that kind of file. We can zip file, right? We can so we have to extract what's the zip file. So next is we're extract zip file. So to extract the file, you simply write on the zip file and if there's an extract, you can do that, but there's no extract here option. I would just be choosing the WinRAR and then extract. Okay. So we'll try the yeah, because I already did this one earlier. So that thing it would basically like this. It's the same file name, but file it is now a folder. Are you done with your downloads? No. Good that we have someone, one of our online participants extracting. Okay. So extracting part, it 2 to 3 minutes. You and then on the speed of device or your computer. That okay. Go back here. How about Google? See, this flash drive, USB flash. You have a USB. Okay, can we use that? Sige. So, wait na lang. I think if we're gonna wait with it, won't last forever, no? Because it's what you've said, 3 hours remaining. Grace, Mama Lib. Yeah, let's just in ang question. Okay. Just not wait for the download. It might take us long. Start. Joy, may I know what part of installation are you done with it?
Yes, sir. I'm done.
Okay, sige ma'am. About the other participant, online participant, have you tried download? Yes. I think it's, I only see ma'am employee ko download. Sige. Basically, let's go back after. Di ba, so far is that we download where the file. And we, by the way, we where we copy directory. In this case, drive D and zip the file. That's so far we've done. After unzipping the file, go inside the folder. So this is the folder, right? There should be inside there. Zip the file and then it becomes. So inside the folder, there are 2 files. And then you have start PLMS or .exe file. So what you're gonna do, you're going to copy the or you can copy that and you for it in the root directory here. But this is the root drive D. To transfer whatever inside the ChatMS folder, the two files, I'm going to transfer it here in the drive. So I already transferred it. It's the server folder. The click to start here. Right? Are we able? Yes, sir. You maka-download. Ma'am Joy, are you there?
Yes, sir. Waiting for like this Moodle running. I'm here in the welcome to shared portable module.
Okay. Sige. Okay.
Inopen
So,
ko na po yun, sir, after extracting.
sige ma'am, so na po yung click to start. Ma'am Joy?
Okay po. Yes po.
Sige. Okay. So, for server folder and click to start PLMS, the next is starting the PLMS na. Okay, so to start, you simply click to start PLMS. So it will open up a window like this. Process. Okay. Okay. So after that, then the default browser. In my case, the default is Edge. So there you go. That's the page of the current instance that you've just downloaded. Notice there's in terms of PLM, right? So siguro sa MISO, some of the words here and maybe it's a different, but in terms of structure, it's actually the same. So here, once you click file, click to start, it will basically open up browser and it will open up this particular. Okay. So what's next? We're going to log in. By default, the username and is just this admin. So the username, the default is also admin. Log in. Okay, this is supposed to be an all system. Password option is not working, right? So the intention of the system is to so make sure that you remember the password. Anyway, admin. So you very easy to remember and recall. And then the user and then the password admin. Natagan sila. To download. So file. Open it. Turn the two files. It comes. Copy the two files. Copy the right to each other. Some of the concern issues would be would arise when you really want to launch this instance. We have here that is not reading the software. I mean the WinRAR or reading the file. So what you will do, you can just go here. This one. For those PCs who don't WinRAR application, you can go winrar.com here. and then you download WinRAR.com. So you download the WinRAR so that you can read this. There's a download option. So if you don't have WinRAR in your device, you can just WinRAR.com and then you click download and then you basically run the software. So it would read the RAR file of PLMS. With others, you don't. So okay. So it's able to read. Yes, okay. Guys, thing. It's we download it, extracted it, we transfer it to the directory, and we launch the system. And upon log, username is admin. It is also admin. More crucial thing to do. Make sure that you do not close particular window. This is very vital for the system work, right? Do not close this window. Only going to close this if you're done with your stuff here, and then you basically don't button on the upper right side. Press number 2. Okay, you have to type. I mean, not press. You have to type so that the entire system will shut down properly. Okay, you are to close this window. You're not done with your PLMS, doing your PLMS. If you close this window, go to launch the PLMS and restart the PC. Okay, that's those are some of the especially if we're going this instance. It might not close the XAMPP properly.
The questions.
Questions.
What if kung di local phones? 80 for the yung sa local. There
Ma'am Joy, also using Edge, but it was actually compatible with Firefox and Edge. How about let's try this? There are some options here. Yan, pwede. Sige ha, wait lang. What about you guys can page 2? By the way, make sure that you files, the 2 files, in the folder of PL extracting. Make sure that you both files. You copy both to the root directory. You should both files. Not enough that you extract, you have to go in, you copy both files, transfer it back to the root directory. The server folder and the PLMS is directory. Inside the folder.
Copying, but transfer it outside.
What do you mean transfer out?
Here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you not just drag it out?
That's another way of copying. You can drag. Sige. We have just able to launch it na po. Ma'am, is is it working na? Very good. Launching it, admin and the so admin. To make sure that the two files, usually we just know files, the search and the click to start, it should be trans root directory. It can be in another directory like drive E or E, or if you have a flash drive, you can transfer both files. Flash drive, not in a folder. You click to start. Let's just give it some time. Our live participants download and basically there's an instance where we start dealing with before allow. Yeah. Maybe the next time we land is okay, let's see here. Hindi ko ma-download, sir. Sige po, Ma'am Joy. Try niyo po na try. But make sure to properly download the instance that you just, for example, this in this window, make sure to press or to type number 2. The system will properly shut down. Close before launching another instance. Before launching another instance. Sir Antonio, hindi po ma-download. Sir, it would probably it's your if they're having issues with the download. There are two options naman po, sir. You can download via form here, or you can from this side. So from our virtual, you go to downloading PLM, Sir Antonio, and then from there you have two links. Go to this link, this, and you also have this just in case the first link is not working. Sige, we're done with the setup. The launching. By the way, when you launch the system, and if there are those like, are you going to allow the system? Click allow. Just click allow. Pop-ups that would ask you to them to access a particular. Just click allow. Sabi ko, so stay click start here. Server 5. Yeah. Yeah, just maybe the download was not good. Just try to download it and then press 2. But the rest is working, right? Yes. Okay, so okay, so that we are going to customize na our PLMS. So here, so plugging in, this is the default view. So what you call this? This is basically the personal menu page, right? So just like MySoul or just like any other Moodle, the Snap thing, personal menu page, we're going to customize your instance. So your PLMS is the PLMS that's run your PC, and it's dependent from the other PLMS instances. So like for PLMS, that's different. It's not connected in one way or another, right? That's totally an independent in your PC, and it's not connected to any other, right? Okay, so we are now going to customize, going to, beautify your PLMS. So how do you do that? From here, personal menu page, close upper right side, so that back to the home page. There are multiple ways to go customize this one, but the easiest one is you click icon here. We're now going to customize our theme. Click the gear icon. Have your site administration. Okay. So from the gear, you go to site administration. Reloading. Okay. Now go to appear. And then themes. Then snap. Snap is the name of the theme that's currently being used in PLMS. Same with MISO. Okay, so once again, from the landing page, you click the gear icon, site administration, appearance, and then snap. So, feel of how is MISO being. So, the options of PLMS custom is right. So you have the basics, you have personal menu, features, process, and all the other options. Option is the basics. So what's the name of your site? In this case, this of the PLMS instance is PLMS or my management system. You can rename based on art on your end, or you can rename it what you want to rename it. Okay. So for example, you want my site, or what is your site name?
No question.
Yeah, sure.
Nakikita sir na ingay. Right, is it connected to internet?
No, it's not. Just the it's your computer. So you can actually use without zero internet needed for this program. But trying to set it up, siguro internet, just pictures. If you want to put more, you can do that. Okay, but there's no need of any. So you can change the site color if you want. You can use code, or you know what are hex codes. Those are just 6 digits combination numbers. So particular instance, the hex 0000. That's my room. Thing. It based on our site. And then you have description. So here, so names, if you want to change it, you just this part. That's the theme of your entire site. And then your site, this is the part for your site description. The learning management system of the internet. That's your site description. Now, logo here. By the way, this is how it works for logo and site. If you have a logo, not appear, only the logo. If you don't have logo, or site name will appear. Okay, so you can only choose. And by default, site selected. But if you will have site name will not be displayed. And then you have yours here. So on up above here in your browser, there's like a tiny icon over there. That's your favorite. And then you have the to customize it. It's basically CSS customization that, or is text over there. You can put it. Or and then the font, if you have a specific, you can change it from here. The and font here, and some CSS for the entire system or for you also have to put it there. Sige. So the basics how you the front page or PLMS. Okay, so that's the basics. Next, display. So this is the picture that is here. This is the cover display. If you're going to change it, you just go to this option here, and then basically just click this delete and then change it whatever cover display. So when you change it, you just have to upload the file. There's an option to upload the file. Okay. We follow the customization. So, so these featured spots. This part here, you have the MOOC, learning extension, certificate, and preview course. Those are the featured spots. If you want to add something like that, the front page of your PLMS, and then if you want featured courses, PLMS has now, you can just add it here. Just like these are the featured courses. Okay. So for display, why displayed like this, right? Another option, it says tab. Sections, all the topics will be of the course in on the left side of the course. So I'm pretty sure we are this because that's our tab, or in cinema that's the current setup. You can explore tab. So it works like that. This display by default only, but you can also use color. It will be displayed. Yeah. Course footer, if you want to display by this, okay. To customize na. How about participants? Any questions for customizing? Check the chat. Again, for issues with the download, your internet connection, because we're just trying software from the web, so it could be your connection. Are you good? I'm sure. Fine. will not work because the server file is or it's still on progress. What's that? Trading server file. Hey, right. You who are done with customization, you just have to, explore whatever you customize here. Set up are the page of your Snap. Okay, so basics, your site name, your site color theme, and then the site. These are all your landing page. This is the site. This is the description, as well as the site. And then, for example, if you notice the font color, these are themes. So if you want to change those, you can the cover display, of course, the front of your LMS.
Any changes made course display or that site wide or
It is site
wide?
So if you change a cell here in this, that would be site.
We have different for
No, we can only have two options: in list or it can either be top, and that's site wide. So if you choose list in list option, you'll choose top, then all the courses will be displayed at the top option. So the rest we actually, because basically we're planning line system like social, we will not be using navigation bar. If you change the particular navigation bar, you can hex here if you want to change it, and then this one. That's how you customize LMS instance. So that beautify PLMS instance. So what's next? That now that you're done with optimization, so again, as what I've said, crucial for the system to properly work, do not close this window right here. So do not just the X button on the up. Make sure that done with the system, you just have to do in this part. So now that we're done with customization, by the way, in terms of customization, how about our do we have any customization?
I
Check. So I guess there's none.
every question is there.
Yeah.
About the logo, just the GIF.
I think GIF is not working. Use JPEG or PNG. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm guessing we are done, and I hope you guys. I'm getting some feedbacks here that your customization na. The lunch takes to keep them. You just have to, downloads the extract page. So you log in, the username is so next station, we are edit your profile. Is go back to our PLMS. If you notice here at the upper left, diba, look at your, it just says here, insert, then you have first name and last name. So we need to change those data, right? To edit your profile. So I go back to your personal menu page. The front page, you just have to click my. Make sure in your personal menu page, edit your profile, like your first name and your. There, you simply click profile. And wait for it. Yes, here. Page. Okay, there. Okay, so this is basically your profile. You can see here, these are your details, the privacy policies, the courses that you're currently enrolled in, and then if you have miscellaneous there. So we're going to edit your profile, right? So to edit your profile, you simply click edit profile here on the left side. Edit profile. And from here, you can actually change your username, you can change your password, you can change your first name, last name. But then again, make sure if you're gonna change your username and password, that you are going to remember it. Because there's no password recovery or username recovery in PLMS. If you set it up and you forget or forgot your username and password, there's no way of getting it back. So you will be deleting that instance and you will be installing another one. So make sure that when you change the username and password, it's can be recalled, it can be easily remembered. And then, so what I've said, because forget username and password is not working in PLMS. Let's change the first name. The last name is change it. And then some other fields here, like your country, your city or town, those are not required fields, but you can change those. Description of yourself, if you want to put the description of yourself, and then picture here. Very important. I want you to change your pictures. So instead of this picture, let's try to change it. So new picture. So we're going to add a new picture. So upload a file from this option, upload a file, choose file. And then just look for a picture. In my case, I'll just be using, I think I have here this. Okay, upload. And then you click update profile. Okay, so if you'll notice, it's now updated. And if you go back to your My Courses option here on the upper right side, It says here that you now have a new picture and then you have your updated first name, last name, and others. Okay, so that's how you edit your profile. Any questions for editing profile? It's easy lang, di ba? So easy. Okay. Let's go back here. This will be our guide. So we're done with editing the profile. We will now go to um, we are now going to add a course inside your VLMS instance. So there are multiple ways in terms of adding a course inside your PLMS instance, right? But we will just be doing one. So for you to add a course, because basically the course will host all your actions in PLMS. Diba, you're going to make activities, you're going to upload files, you're going to make labels and pages and quizzes and assignments. That will be hosted by a course. So how do you create a course inside the PLMS? So from here, from your personal menu page, you just go to browse all courses here on the right side. And then by default, you have this category, first sem. Let me just double check nila na. There's one category. So wait for it to load. There. Diba you have this default category, first sem, school year 2021-2022. You can edit the name of that category. So it might probably could not be applied to you, or you may have a different category name. So let's change it. You just have to you just have to click this button here, edit category. And then let's just say it's second sem naman. You can use a different category name if you want. School year 2023. Just leave the other options blank and then just click on save changes. So I'm just changing the category name. I'm not doing the course yet. Not creating the course. There. So I now have one category. It says here, second sem 2022-2022. And by the way, when you download TLMS, there is a sample course. If you notice, there's a sample course, right? It basically just contains sample resources and activities like quizzes or assignments or labels and pages. So you can actually explore with that sample course. Still loading. Okay. So now I have renamed the category to second sem school year 2022-2023 with one course, and it says here sample virtual classroom. So as what it said, how do we create a course in MySol, right? But okay, so you simply click this button here, add a new course, and you have fill out the most important fields, the required fields, course full name and course short name. Okay, those are the two important fields that you need to have in creating a course. Let's say this is sample course 1. The short name is SAM 1. So since we only have one category, so you will not be having options here. So there's only one option, second sem school year 2022-2023. But if you have multiple categories, you can actually choose from there. And then you can also declare the start date of your to enable it. But these are not, relevant fields because you'll be using this offline. So that's fine. So you can just leave everything as default from here. Just give it a course full name and short name, and then save. Save and display. Save and display. So there. So this is our sample course, right? Did you create your own sample course? Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to enroll ourselves in the course so that it would appear in our personal menu page, right? So to enroll yourselves in the course, just go to the course settings here and then users, enrolled users. And then there are two enroll users button on the right side. Either buttons works. So enroll users. And then if you rename yourself, you just have to type either your first name or your last name. So there, Juan de la Cruz. And you will going to enroll yourself as a teacher. Okay? So you're going to change the role. By default, it's student. You're going to change the role from student to teacher. Okay? And then enroll users. Okay, wait for it. There you go. So now you have enrolled yourself as a teacher of the course that you just created. So when you go back to My Courses, it should now appear on your personal menu page, the course that we just created. Wala na appear? That you. And check it. Okay. That's what. Wait. Whoever it is that is enrolled in your course can actually see the course. But if you're going to hide this course, it will only be visible to the teacher. Students enrolled in the course will not be able to see the course. Okay, so by default, it shows if you want to hide it from the students, because probably you're trying to edit something, you can just hide it. Okay? There's a hide option here. Course format, we have 4, but we usually just use the 2 options. You have the topics format and the weekly format. So for the weekly format, you cannot rename the sections. It's basically by week. The section is dependent on what week did you start and what week will you end. By default, it's on topics format, meaning you can change the lesson name, the section name, you can change it. That's topics format. Okay, the rest like appearance, number of announcements, show gradebook to students. If you want the gradebook, you can just change from there. This one is important, files and uploads. So It depends on the requirement of your course. So like for example, if you are limiting the upload to just 2 MB or 5 MB, you can change it here. And this is course-wide, not site-wide. Because remember, we are inside the course, right? This is just course-wide, not site-wide. Individual course may have different files and uploads maximum size. Okay? And then completion tracking, if you want to have a completion tracking on your activities, that would be this option here. By default, it's enabled. And then the groups, and then role renaming. So like for example, in your course, teacher is not applicable for your course because this is a training course. You are a trainer. You can change the teacher to trainer here. So this is role. We have different roles in our course. So you have manager, teacher. They rename those roles from here. Okay. So when you're done, you simply click the save and display button on the left side, and that's it. You're done with editing your course. So now that you've created a course, as an admin, we are all admins in our own PLMS instance, right? So how do you delete a course? It's actually very easy too. So from the personal, or like in this case, I'm in the course page, right? Now, how do you delete a course? You simply go to My Courses. So this time, we are just going to delete a course. Browse all courses. So after creating a course, we're going to delete one. So from here, there's no delete option, right? So you simply click Manage Courses. Manage Courses. And from there, you now have here, you have a checkbox, and then there's a corresponding option at the right side. So for an instance, you want to delete sample virtual classroom, you can just select it from here, and then the trash bin button and the trash button at the right side of the course. So just like that, and then if you want to delete it, just click this button here, and it should delete the course. Okay, yes. If you want to delete the sample virtual classroom, you can just proceed and click yes. Okay. Deleting a course in terms of how many minutes it would take, it's dependent on the content of the course. Because if this course contains a lot of activities and resources with submissions, it would take a lot of time to delete the course. Okay, but I think the sample virtual classroom, it actually does not contain any submission, so you can actually just delete it. So that's how you manage a course. Diba? So now, you know na how to create a course, and you know how to delete a course and edit the contents of the course, right? So any question? Pwede na mag-exam? Yes.
I add a new course.
You add a new course, and then
I want to disclose that you show to the
yeah, because you have to enroll yourself as a teacher here in your course now. So remember that when you add a course, by default, you are not enrolled in that course, right? So after creating a course, you have to enroll yourself as a teacher to that course so that it would appear in your personal menu page, right? Okay, so that's the rule of thumb. But anyway, you are the admin. So even if you are not enrolled to that course, you just have to go to My Courses and you have access to all the courses inside your PLMS instance. Did you get what I mean? So like for example, here, just go back to My Courses. Okay, diba I have here sample course 1. So currently it's in here because I enrolled myself as a teacher. What if I'm going to unenroll myself as a teacher here? Do I the course?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I do because I'm the admin, right? I can just unenroll myself. Unenroll, anyway, we will discuss delete here, unenroll. Okay, now when I courses, it's not here na, di ba? The sample course 1, it's not here na. But it's not deleted. Go back here, browse all courses, and then it should be here, there, sample course 1. So again, as an admin of your own PLMS instance, you have access to all the courses that's created in your own PLMS. Right? So I can just go back and then re-enroll myself. Users, gold users. I'm just going to search name as a teacher. And I'll go back here and it should be this page. There. So now that we've created a course, what's next? We're going to add students to our course, right? Because what's the purpose of our course without students? Diba? So, can we add students na in our course?
Yes, sir.
In the current setup that we have, can we now add students to the course? No, we cannot, because in the first place, we don't have students in the system. We need to create their accounts first, right? You need to have students' account first before adding the students. There is one student account in the current setup that you have, but we'll just be adding real students. Okay? Sige. So to add students, you simply go to the site administration option. So from the personal menu page, you close this from the upper right side, the close button. And then just look for the gear icon. And right now, I am in the course administration. I don't want that. I want site administration. So I'm going to go to site administration. Site administration here. You wait for it, it's still loading. Okay, site administration. Be careful with the options that you are choosing. It's not course administration, but site administration. And then go to users. After users, accounts. And below accounts, you now have the option to add a new user. Diba? Add a new user. So there. Okay, just give it a username. So the username is student123. And then manual accounts. So the password, since you are the teacher, you will be the one to create a password for your students. Because remember, you are the admin of your PLMS instance. So you are the one to create the username. You will be the one to create the password. These are the default username and password. Students can actually change their accounts after giving the instance to them. Okay? So this is the username, student123, the password. It's a sample password. So sample at 123. First name, student. The surname is 123. Address, email address. And then if you want to fill out the other options, you can do that. You want to upload a picture of your student, but I think the uploading of picture, they just leave it to the students We'll just be creating the username, the password, first name, last name, the email, and then that's it. So when you're done, you simply click create user. So for the username, all lowercase lang. Okay, I now have a student. It says here, student 123. The email ad is student 123 at su.edu.ph, and then it never accesses the instance. Let's try to create another one. Here you go. So from here, you can actually click the add a new user button, and then you will be creating another one. Let's create another one. Make sure you remember the password assigned to your students. There. Two students created. I have students 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So that's one of create. And what you create, let's just say for 1,000 students, will you be using that option? That right? So there might be to create multiple use of users. So creating the user, we will now uploading users. So we will both up users. Okay. Are you done creating users? Please create 2 users for the manual of creating users. Sige. Now that how to add users, now what if you are tasked, let's just say 100 or 500 users in your instance, that option would not be, will be doing that 1,000 times. Not practical. So how are you going multiple users in your PLMS instance? First, you need a CSV file. So I want you to Excel file or app, and then I want you to create a C. Okay. So I want you to Excel Excel, and then we're going to create a CSV. Okay, so from here, simply click save. This is like ELMS user. And I'm going to save it in my folder. I'm going to save it instead the file type of Excel workbook and change the file to CSV-8 here. So again, the goal is CSV file. So the file name and then the file should be UTF- delimited file. CSV file. The comma delimited file, CSV files down there. The Macintosh CSV. So you will be CSV UTF-8. Okay?
So it just doesn't see CS.
Yeah, that's it. That's the CSV file that we want. And then click save. So for the CSV comma delimited, the first row, the heading row. Okay? So our metadata for the CSV sample here, I just open it. It's as easy. You just have to add this. You have the username, name, last name, and email. Sige, I want you to type CSV file. Where is that CSV?
Learn me. It's just first name. You get to know.
New username, first name, last name, and email.
Okay, you need to take Excel. Take mo lang ako. Oo.
Okay, we have username, first name, all in lowercase, no spaces, last name, and email. The header, no space. I want you to add another column here. Insert a column. We're going to insert one. Next to username should we are going to declare a default password. Okay. What's next? You just have to populate the data. So if you're you just so like for example you have here the username is not student. Here, these are my user. No. For username, by the way, it's just all lowercase, no other characters. These are my username. Lowercase with the username. For reference. numbers. So stood one. I'll make, let's just say 100 users. So stood to relate, oh not, maybe 50 na lang. So there. So the password, it should be a default password which is same for all. So let's just say my password is silly. To follow the same um, columns. You have username, password, first name, last name, and email. Okay, let me check if you have multiple users. You know, yeah, just make maybe 5 users. That's fine. Any users. Make sure that the emails and the usernames are, it should be unique. Email that should be unique. Okay. Once you're done creating the, maybe just 5 done, listen and close CSV file. Save the CSV file. Again. So we're going to now or users in your instance. For some reason, if there's in uploading, probably because we haven't followed the syntax. For example, I think word, I'm not sure, but I hope that you need to have an uppercase, a number letter, and a spell, and it should be not less than letters.
Without word,
Huh?
robotics.
Yeah, I'm guessing does that apply in PLM. So here we're now going to up first bulk upload. So settings, site administration. Setting administration, use name accounts. So creating new right now we're going to upload use. Take note there are two options, users and upload user. Using the first one, upload users. So there you have the option of file. To choose file, you have two options. You can choose a file button or you can drag or the file area. The file na lang. So look something like this. This one, and then you have your CSV inside particular field. Okay, just have to go to setting administration, make sure you're in and then users, and then users. Okay. And then you drag the inside this field. You can also click choose a file. You have to preview how many rows. Let's say I want to preview all of my, and then upload. Click this button. There. So this is I now have these are lines. I have username, password, and email. Then so here is I'm going to upload type. Oh no, the default one is okay. Only users. For the password in the system, we will be changing it required in file. So the password is required in file just to upload users. There.
Also, the resource.
Yep, you can. The rule of thumb is you're not if you're managing you're not allowed to be.
Oh, yes. Let's say you are, that CSV file.
CSV.
Yes.
Just delete. There's a way to get. So it's easy to both delete. So see here, everything loaded. I will click continue. It says here users created 50, having weak password 0, meaning I have created 50 with just one click. Continue. And I will go to users, site administration. I will go to browse. First, I should have 50 users. If you notice, I have a lot of users in my PLMS instance. Question here, how do you bulk users? Okay. And then you want to delete you access your site. Here that says here, so check that one and then add filter. Basically filter in your site will never. So these are, so out of 50, you have 15 who haven't accessed your site. If you want to delete all, you can just add all. There. What are you going to do? Sure they are on the right side box. It selected. So what are you, the selected users? Click delete. Here. Go. So delete. Oh. And there's, are you sure delete all of these users? I'm gonna click yes to delete all those users. We both delete in PL. We'll just click. Sige. Add users in your course page. Go to settings here. Then users. Users. So usually in you have 20 students, right? Just add them from here and then you just there. You can just type your names there. Student B. So you can any student as you want. 6. Make sure they students and not as teachers or then just I admit not but after so there. I have now added 2 students inside my course. Is to add users as you have users LMS instance. So let me go back. I will connection. Password. Puro ni kapital. It's sold by Jake. Okay, so we're going to manage the sections of your course. So by default, these are the sections of your course. You have introduction, topics 1, 2, 3, and 4. So how do you add a new section? You simply click this one, create a new section. Create a new section. Let's just say this is topic 5. Then if you have some contents for topic 5, you can place it here and you can create section. So there. So we now have a new section. Earlier, we only have topics 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now we now have topic 5. So let's say, we're going to rename na lang topic 1. How do you rename a section? Let's just say we're going to rename topic 1. You simply click topic 1 and then go to edit section. And let's change it. Instead of topic 1, this is lesson 1. Okay, and then if you have a summary of the lesson, you can put it here, save changes. Okay. We will also try to change the name of topic 5 to lesson number 2. So topic 5, edit section. Go to topic 5 first, you edit the section, you name it lesson 2. Save changes. Okay. So let's say we're going to, if you notice, you have introduction, lesson 1, then topic 1, 2, 3, 4, and then lesson number 2. Let's say we're going to move lesson 2 after lesson 1. So to move sections, you simply go to the section that you want to move. This one, lesson number 2, and then you click the arrow under lesson 2. Here, there's an arrow pointing to the right. Click that one. It says here, move lesson 2 when you hover your mouse to the arrow. You click that, and then you go to lesson 1. No, not lesson 1, but go to topic 2. And then there's an option here that says place section lesson 2 before topic 2. Diba, we are going to place it before topic 2. So just click that. Then wait for it. So there. Lesson 2 now is after lesson 1. So that's how you move sections. If you want to, manage the sections, move it before or after a particular section, you just have to use the arrow button here under the section name.
So this again, important. We can't move all that at the very end.
No, you cannot. You have to find a way. So like for example, lesson 2, you want to put this here at the very end. What you can do is, first, you have to move it here so that lesson 2 will be before topic 5, and then you move topic 5 there. So you just have to find a way. Is it cold?
Yes, sir.
Grace. Can we maybe make it more colder?
It's really the war.
Okay, so that's how you move sections now. Also renaming sections, that's very easy. The next icon here, just below the section name, is the eye icon. It's the visibility icon. So currently, all the sections are shown to students. But if you want to hide a particular section, you can just click this one, and then now it's hidden. There. So it says here, not published to students, meaning this particular section is not visible to students now. That's the I button. Now, of course, we have the X button here. What does it mean? Delete, right? Now, if you're gonna delete a particular topic or particular section, yes, you can just click the delete icon here. Now, what's next to delete? We have the bulb icon. This is the current section. So, what does it mean? It means that whenever or every time a student enters your course, they will be redirected to the section. So take for an instance, I will just go back to my courses, and then I will go back to sample course 1. I should be redirected to the introduction section. Let me just check. There. Diba, I'm in the introduction. So every time a student enters your course, they will be redirected to the first section if you did not set any section with the current as the current section. But take for an instance, I'm going to set lesson number 2 as the current section. So I will be activating the bulb icon here, and I will go back to my courses. So whenever a student enters your course, they will be redirected to the current section. There. It's lesson number 2. Instead of the introduction, they will be redirected immediately to lesson. So that's how you manage sections. Any question for managing sections? Wala lang. Sige, let's add na contents in your course. So now that we know how to create a course, how to delete a course, how to create users, enrolled user in your course, maybe delete some users in the system. I am pretty sure you already know that. So how to create sections, manage sections, set sections, the current sections, move sections. How are we going to add resources? So this is an empty course, right? We do have topics, but there's nothing inside. How do you add resources inside your virtual classroom? So the very first resource that we're going to add is a label. So I want you to go to your introduction, or you can just choose na lang any part of your course. You can just use a lesson 1 or topic 1 you have. You can use topic 3. But in my case, I'll just use na lang lesson 1. So if you notice, in the course page of lesson 1, there's nothing here. Now I want to add a label. So what is a label? So I will show you what a label is. Just give you a sample of what a label is. Let's make a label na lang. So to add any activity or resource, you simply go to the section where you want to add that particular activity or resource, and then create learning activity. So create learning activity, and from here you have 3 tabs. You go to resources because activities is a different topic. You go to resources, and these are the resources that we can actually add inside our course. So we're going to add a label. Label is kumbaga the simplest form of resource that you can add to your course. So go to label, wait for it to load. And that's it. This is the Atto text box editor. You also have the more options here if you want to add, you want to customize what is inside your label. So for the label, you can add paragraphs, you can add here, you can add pictures, you can add videos, you can even record yourself, audio or video with the Atto text box editor. So let's just say I want to add an image. So in my label, I want to add an image, upload a file. So to add an image, so what I've said, this is your Atto text box editor. So just look for the image sign here, and then you click that. You browse repositories, choose file. I will add the image of the LMS. Load. Then make sure to check description is not necessary. Save image. So now I now have an image. Now let's say I want to center the image. So you simply click the image and then choose this one, alignment, center. Then I'm going to add text. The text is bold. So this is portable learning management system. You can add other resources if you want. You can add videos, or you can record yourself via audio or video. So there. So I'm going to click save and return. And the label should now be displayed in my course page. Here. So if you'll notice, I now have an image, and it says here portable learning management system. So if you want to view it as a student, diba, if you notice, yes, you have created a label, but you have these options here. Now, let's just say you want to view it as a student, not as a teacher. So you have to switch roles, right? So that you have the feel of how does it looks like in front of the student or the students. So from here, go to settings, gear icon, and then you have there switch role to. That's the last option, right? Switch role to. And then you click student. Or if you rename the role, it's a different name if you rename it. So switch to student. So this is the student view of the label that you just created without the options that the teacher has or have. So now let's go back to our main role or our normal role, which is as an admin or as a teacher. So there. So that's how you add a label. Easy or not? Dali lang? The label is actually very easy. Now, how do you manage labels? If you want to edit your labels, you can just click the pencil button on the lower portion of your label. Diba? There's a pencil button here. Just click this one if you want to edit. There. So you can edit your label if you want. And then you can hide it if you want to hide it. In the right side, there's the visibility option. You can hide it from the students. So that's how you manage or create labels. Now, let's just say you want to delete a particular label. There's that option at the lower right side of the label. Here. Diba na I three-dot icon at the lower portion of the label? You can just click that. It's the more options. It's the more options, and then you have the delete option at the very top. So you can just click delete, and it will basically delete the label that we just created. Any question for labels? There's none? Okay. So next to labels is we're going to add files, right? So how do you add files in your virtual classroom? So it's basically pretty straightforward. If you want to add a file, same process, create learning activity, and then go to resources and look for file. Okay, so file, and then you simply look for the file that you want to, be uploaded in your virtual classroom. So select files, this particular button here, select file, choose file. Just say I want to upload the PLMS user. Okay. Then upload this file. Okay, so I will be renaming the file PLMS users. Okay, so that's the name of my file, and this is my file. Just click save and return to course. So there, if you notice, we have our label, and then this is a file. So whenever the user clicks on this particular file, it will basically be downloaded on their local PC. So like for example, if I'm going to click this, the file will be downloaded on my PC. Loading and downloading. There, it's downloaded now. Here at the upper right side. So that's how file works. So you just have to upload the file, and every time a user clicks on the file will be downloaded on the local PC or on the device that the student is using. Okay? Sige, the next resource that we're going to discuss is folders. So what's the purpose of folder? The purpose of folder is basically just to manage multiple files. Okay, so let's just say you want to upload 3 files, and those files are related. And you don't want that the users on the course page, they will see individual files uploaded here. So you will be using a folder to contain the 3 files that you have, right? So instead of uploading files, instead of seeing the files individually in the course page, the students will see one folder that contains 3 files, right? So create learning activity, and then go to resources, then folder. Okay, so what's the name of your folder? Just say this is a random folder. Okay. So after giving it a name, next is you're going to upload files to that particular folder. So here, click on add files, upload a file. Choose file. So I'm going to add this one. PLMS users. I'm going to add another one. Example 6. And another one. Just say a slide. Okay. So there. And I'm going to save it. Save and return to course. I should now have a folder named random files. And this particular folder should contain 3 files. So this is the folder. And when I'm going to click the folder, it should open up and go to display 3 files. There. You have the files that I have just uploaded inside that particular folder. So you use the folder if you have multiple related files and you don't want them to appear individually in the course page. But for some reason, if you just have 3 files and you want that those files will be displayed individually in the course page, then you will not be using folder. You can just be using a file. But if you want, for some reason, you have multiple files and you want that these files will be contained in a folder so that the students will not see the individual files in the course page, then you use the code. Are we clear? Sige. So that's how you use, or that's how you create. What have we created so far? We try to create label. We have, what's next to label? We uploaded files, and then we have folders. So next is we're going to have, okay, we're going to create a book, right? So sir, what's a book in ELMS? So let me go back. It's sort of something like this. If you notice, I'll just go back here. So this is um, one of the most important resource in Moodle or in PLMS. So this is how a book looks like in PLMS. Here you have the name of the book, and then you have the description of the book if you have, and then you have the chapters of the book. It's organized. You have these lessons inside a particular main topic. Okay, so how do you create something like this in PLMS? So let's go back here. It's the same. Create. I'll just use topic 2. Set it as current. Okay. Now I will create a book. Okay. So you can also simulate creating a book. Create learning activity, resources, and then go and click create a book. Okay. There. So the name of my book, I will just be copying this one. The name is Learning Resources 3.3. This is the name of my book. And I will copy the emoji that's accompanied by this one. There. So that's the name of my book, Learning Resources, Downloading and Installation. And yes, I do have description. I can just copy this one. I just say this is the description of my book. It here, and I'm going to save it. So first, you just need to have the name and the description of your book. Later on, we will add the chapters. Because what's a book without chapters? So there. So you now have the book. So here we have, under topic 2, we have this particular book, Learning Resources 3A, Downloading and Installing. So how do you add chapters in your book? Click this one, open your book, and there. You will be asked to enter the first chapter. So what's the title of your first chapter? And let's just say the first chapter is this one. 4 steps to producing Moodle course. So I will just copy it here. So you wanted to create your own book too. You can just simulate. You can just type some text here if you want. And then some contents of the first chapter. There. And save it. Okay. So there. That's our first chapter. So we now have this particular book, Learning Resources 3.1a, Downloading and Installing. And this is the description of the book. And I now have my first chapter, which is 4 steps to producing a Moodle course. Okay. What if you're going to add more chapters? If you can see, there's no option to add more chapters. You can just click this one, turn editing on. And then you will see options here to add more chapters. There, you have the option to edit the current lesson or content, and then you can delete that one, you can hide it or add more chapter. So I'm going to add more chapter, second chapter. So I will copy second chapter here. Structure responsibilities. Okay, I will just copy this one. This is the name of my second chapter. The content, I'll just copy this. And click save. On your book, yes, you can add videos, you can add photos, images, you can add links, but this is supposed to be an offline system. So please don't add URLs or links if you're expected to use this as an offline system. So, but you can add videos or images if you want. So if I will be adding another chapter. So just simply click the plus button under the chapter. Here, downloading PLMS. So this is my third chapter. And the content is this one. Okay, and then we're just gonna click save. So I'm done with all the chapters. For example, I will just be turning this off, turn editing off. And this is it. This is the book. But when I go back to the course page, there, it should look something like this. I have the name of the book there, and then this is the description of the book. And then, for example, these are the chapters of the book. So let's just say I want to access a chapter of the book. I can just access it directly from here, or I can click the actual book itself. Okay? Any question for books? I think in your case, book is the most vital resource that you can use for your final project in this subject. Okay? Mana sila, Grace? You two have a class? Okay. Sige. So we will now be proceeding to the last resource, which is page. Okay? So page is like a book, but instead of multiple pages like a book, it only has one page. So how do you create a page? For example, here in topic 3, I want to create a page. Let's go back here. I'll just copy a page that's pre-made in the current course that we have in our zone. Okay. So there, here, creating a page. Okay. I'll just copy the contents. So I'll just create learning activity. This is how you create a page. Create learning activity, resources, and then page. Okay. It's the same, no? If you want to create an activity, if you want to create a resource, it's the same process from the course page. You just have to click create learning activity, and then you choose what particular resource or what particular activity you are going to create. It's the same process. So what's the name of your page? Let's just say this is creating a page. So creating a page, this is the name of my page. If you have a description, you can put it here. And what's the content of your page? So let's just say this is the content of my page. I'm going to edit this so that I can get the Say this is the plan. Creating a page. I'm going to copy. If I can copy the images, that would be great. But if I can, it just delete it off. I hope I can copy the images. So I'll just copy the text now. Everything here is an image because these are step-by-step instructions on how you create a page. I just copy. Maybe this one, managing section. Managing section. We'll just create page about Suleiman University. Go back here. We change this. Suleiman University. Okay, that will be our page name. The content will just be you'll just be grabbing contents from the internet for sample purposes now. So we can just have this now. Okay, so probably this is the content of my page. I just paste it here. So if you want to format the text, you can bold it, you can have it in reformatted format, you can have it in paragraph, you can clear the formatting, and okay, then save it. So in terms of the Apple text box editor, it's basically the same for all. If you will be using label, if you will be using books, you will be using page, or any part of your PLMS that has this editor, all the functions are the same, right? So you can add audio, you can add text, you can add video if you want, you can record yourself within the PLMS. So here, this is the page. It looks something like this. And then if I'm going to open it, it will just basically open the loading. It will just open like that. The content of my page. So I'll just be grabbing another one. I'll edit this page. Just edit this one. Still working. Just cancel. And trade na lang. Page. So for URL, we will not be adding URLs in your PLMS because as what I said, it is supposed to be an offline system. I think that shouldn't work in the page.
It's really like that.
No, it's not actually like that. For some reason, it's not working. Just check this. And we delete this. Hold on. So the page is actually much easier compared to books because you only need basically one page because books contains multiple pages in forms of chapters. For pages, you just have one page wherein you can add the, the content. Source page. Probably it's the source, so I'll just use link here. It's loading. There. And history. Okay. I'll just copy the history here. History. Page content. So there. Just save this one. Wait for it to save. Okay. So this is now our page. There. So if you'll notice, anyway, this should be Siliman. So you have here the name of your page, and when you're going, there's a read more option for pages. So if you're going to click the read more, it will basically open up the content of your page inside the course page. So instead of going to a different page or different window, it will just open the content inside the course page. So those are the resources. Those are some of the resources that you can add inside your PLMS. So at least for today, we talk about downloading, installing, setting up, and then launching the entire system of PLMS. Also, we talk about how to customize your PLMS instance in terms of branding your own PLMS, and we discuss about different resources that you can add in your PLMS. Okay, so any questions from our online participants? Any questions? Okay. So if there's none, I guess that's it. And thank you so much for attending today's session, and for our online participants. Thank you for attending in our session for today. Chris, what's next? Hey, Ma'am Cindy?
Okay, so thank you, Sir Jade, for the interesting talk and a very productive session. And hope that our participants were able to learn all of it, right? So I guess there's none questions because it is all been tackled. So yeah, is there anything that you can add to share, Sir Jade, or none na?
I think we're good, ma'am, on my end. I think we're
All right, okay. So Before we will end this session, let's have a photo opportunity and open your camera.
Yeah. Sige, let's go transfer here in front. We can have ano. Group share. Here.
So if that's your own.
Dali, here. Okay, it's just For online participants, you can now open your cams if for photo op. Okay.
Sir Fred?
Okay. So for our online participants, kindly turn on your camera if your connectivity allows you. So I will count 1, 2, 3. So let's start. So 1, 2, 3. Show us your best smile. 1, 2, 3. Smile.
Please.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Back to you, Ma'am Cindy.
It's very informative, sir.
All right. So, yes. So, thank you once again. Thank you once again, Sir Jade, and thank you everyone for attending today's HiFlex session. This has been your moderator, Cindy Ruth Villaliza, signing off. Have a great day and God bless us all.